Hello everyone, welcome back to Turtleponics. I kind of want to just go over the calcium acetate reaction. I didn't really get a chance to go in depth in the last video. I kind of just threw the idea, but here I have a demonstration for you today. And I would have probably done a different vinegar. This is just what I had on hand. I had apple cider, but I would have probably done white vinegar. It doesn't make a difference. It's still vinegar. It's still gonna react. So what you want to do? I have these eggshells. I cleaned them already. They're already clean. I ripped the membrane off. They're just dry. I have a batch of clean eggshells just sitting there. So what you want to do is pour a cup of vinegar and throw in. Does it sink? Okay, it sinks. Throw in your eggshell, and it's gonna start fizzling up. And the fizzle means it's reacting. The bubbles means there's a reaction taking place. If I can get it to... Those bubbles will keep happening until the reaction is done. Once the reaction is complete, you don't see bubbles anymore. That's when you know it's done, is when it stops bubbling. So that's going to take like an hour or two. Once it's done, once it stops bubbling, once you know for sure it's not bubbling anymore, you pull the eggshell out. You don't pull the eggshell out. You filter the liquid. What you want is the liquid, and you can filter it with anything. You're better off using a big chunk of eggshell so it can all come out easily in one piece, or two or three. But you pull the eggshell out and you take that liquid and then boil it down. Because what's happening here is you're reacting acetic acid from the vinegar with calcium carbonate. The acid breaks down the carbonate and you're left with calcium acetate. It's not acetic acid anymore. That changed, and the calcium carbonate changed. You now have calcium acetate. But the calcium acetate is dissolved in water because the vinegar is only 5%. The rest of it's water. 5%. And speaking of 5%, before I forget, you can go to the hardware store and buy 10% vinegar, like cleaning vinegar, and you'll get twice as much yield. I'm not sure if it'll take twice as long to react. This is still bubbling over here. But it doesn't have to be food grade. It doesn't have to be organic. It could be cleaning grade. You'll get more yield because the cleaning grade is 10% vinegar instead of just 5%. So you mix the vinegar and the eggshells together. You filter the eggshell out. You take that liquid, you boil it down, and this is what you get. Calcium acetate salt. And you know it's calcium acetate because it's white. It's super white. If you burned it or if you cooked it for too long, it'll turn yellow. It'll get discolored, and that means you made calcium oxide, which will turn into calcium hydroxide when it hits the water, which isn't a bad thing. It's almost the same thing. You're still supplying calcium to the plants, which is our goal. The goal here behind all this stuff, all this nerdy stuff, is getting calcium to your plants. And the reason you want to do this, the reason you want to supply calcium to your plants is because my turtle isn't supplying it. My turtle is not eating 50 snails a day to supply calcium for my plants. So this is, you have to supplement it. And this is the easiest, fastest, cheapest way, in my eyes, to do it. The reaction is safe. Still bubbling. So yeah, just I would get the white vinegar. That's the only thing I would change here. And give it a shot. Make yourself some calcium acetate at home. Your plants will love you for it. And what else? What else can I throw in? I built a new basket with caps. I'm expecting a shipment in the mail. I'm getting UG, Utricularia gramifolia. People use it as a carpet plant. I'm gonna do some research, some experimenting, and I'm also getting azolla. And I'm gonna put the azolla in this basket, and I'm gonna farm it. And I'm also getting in the mail a floating turtle thing that I'm gonna use to kill the azolla. I'm gonna use it as a kill chamber. And if the better I can kill the azolla in a kill chamber where I want it to die, the more nitrogen I will supply to my system. Azolla's a weird plant because it pulls nitrogen from the air instead of from the water. So you can grow it in your system and it's not gonna suck up your nitrogen. It's not gonna compete with your plants. But I was thinking about it. It might compete with your plants, like in the sense of like phosphate and potassium and other nutrients, but not nitrogen. So it's a nice trade-off. But I'm planning on growing it in a separate tank anyway, so that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm getting a few things in the mail. Should be very exciting. I got my basket ready to go for the azolla, and that's how you make calcium acetate. Please give it a try. Here's my complaint about this whole experience. Why didn't all the fish geeks and all the fish groups I was in on Facebook ever tell me about this trick? Why, oh, why didn't you guys know about this? I'm so disappointed in you guys. And all you plant nerds. Oh my gosh, so disappointed. But anyways, I got to teach you guys the trick. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Peace.